Hello and welcome to episode 24 of Unemployed to Unstoppable. We'll have a quick look through progress we've made so far in League 2. So since we last saw you, which was the loss to Harrogate, we've been knocked out of the Carabao Cup by Forest Green. We had a draw against Doncaster, a win against Gillingham, a draw with Carlisle. We managed to beat Peterborough, which was a fantastic result in the Papa John's Trophy. Got another win in the league against Scunthorpe. We were 3-1 up against Wigan, but managed to go on to lose 6-3, which was a bit painful to take. Had a great game against Leyton Orient where we won 3-1, and then we got beaten our last league game by Mansfield 3-0. So, in summary, we've been inconsistent, but not too bad overall. In terms of league positions, we're sat in 8th on 14 points, which is far and above what the board were expecting of us. So what I'll do is I'll click us through the credits and I'll get us ready for our next match. See you soon. And welcome back. So here we go for the home league game against Fleetwood Town. We got Yaros in goals, Anderson comes in at left back, Ferguson and Christensen in the middle of the defence, Nilsson in at right back, Swiderski and Mahand in the middle of the park, Hino on the left, O'Neill on the right, Gomez and Affeline up front. We have picked up a couple injuries, so Meekins is out for a number of months again, and Davies as well is picked up a lengthy injury, which is going to see him out of the game for 4 to 6 months. So 2 players dropped out of the squad, and we've also had some issues with Burnett, who's requested a move because he's not getting enough game time. He's probably not in amongst our first substitutes either because we've got Sweet and Summers. So I've transfer listed him. We'll just see if we can get some offers for him to move him on. I do have one other concern, and that's reference to work permits. I believe the settle status for the non-England players is up in January. So it could be that a number of our players suddenly become unavailable. But we will cross that bridge when we get to it and encounter it as a problem like we would any other. So outside of that, we'll just get on with the league game, see if we can make some more progress and maintain that kind of mid-table I'd be happy with. In terms of job offers, nothing's come through yet. Although normally 10 to 15 games into the season, managers tend to get let go if they're not performing too well. So I'll keep my eye out for anything, certainly in the Championship. I think regardless of which club it was, if a Championship club came looking, we would have to snap their hand off because it's a 2-league jump. If it's League 1, again, it would depend on what progress we were making and what club it was. But again, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So we go chance now. Nilsson working the ball down the right to O'Neill. Delivers it into the box to Hino, down to Gomez. Just gone wide. Gomez actually he's on 10 goals for the season. So 10 goals in 10 games. So he is on, he's carried his form on from the Premier Division. He's not our highest rated player at the minute. Affeline's actually put in some good performances. So it's nice to see the pair of them working together. Hopefully be able to keep us in the division. And all over the park really, we're not doing too bad. We did have an incident with a red card where O'Neill got sent off while we were winning. And we went on to get absolutely hammered. And I don't think we've got a strong enough squad to cope playing with 10 men for a significant amount of time. Again, these are all things we learn from. He's been punished, and I'm sure he knows he's been a very naughty boy and it won't happen again. So here we go, we'll carry on. 26 minutes gone on the clock. Not too many big chances. We had the one for Gomez early on. Not really seen anything significant since then. Here we go, long throw now from Anderson. Affeline picks it, turns it to Swiderski, but the ball breaks away. Anderson will chase it to try and pick up the pieces. And that's gone all the way back to our keeper, so I think this might fade out into nothing. Anderson at left back, plays the ball over the top. Gomez gets on it. Back to Mahand. Affeline, O'Neill, can he play out wide again? Into Nilsson, can he find a cross? No, he's been stopped, and it's allowed Fleetwood to make a break up the other end. The defender's been caught on his heels there, and yeah, it was poor defending. So a goal down, not what we wanted to see. And I think quite often we tend to go a goal down and build our way back into the game again. But we'll see, because Anderson's not having a particularly great game. I don't know what it is. Their left back position for me never seems to be a particularly good spot. I might end up putting him on just defensive, because I think he prefers playing just in a defensive position. So let me just have a quick look. Yeah, he's more comfortable just going defend, so we'll leave him on defend. Ask for something in the second half. We'll see if the players can get back out there and rescue it before we look to make some changes. O'Neill's looking favourite. I don't really have anyone else at left back because Davies is out injured and Swiderski's the only other one who can play there. So Anderson with a throw into Hino. Anderson's got another chance now. Over the top to Gomez. That's disallowed for offside, but again, a good move. Good running from Gomez and a good ball from Anderson. So there is hope yet as we approach the 55th minute. Another throw on the left-hand side. Anderson plays it to Gomez, who's come deep. He's giving the ball away. Hino's picked it back up. Gomez to Afolayan. He spreads out wide to O'Neill. Can we get an overlap, or is O'Neill going to take it? Can he find a man in the box? Into Gomez. And second time, he's not offside. So they had their warning. Gomez gets another goal. Again, I think he might be the most prolific striker I've ever signed on any version of Football Manager, and I've been playing it since, although it was on a floppy disk, so a long time. Another long throw in now. Anderson will look to chuck it in there. Swiderski puts it back to Anderson, into Swiderski, out to Mahand, drops to Gomez, and he's got a second. So a bit of a scrappy goal, but we'll take it. And as I've said before, I don't know what it is. We tend to go behind and then build into the game, which isn't necessarily a bad thing if you can come back from it. But I'd much rather, and it would certainly save the hair on my head if we could go ahead and just win the game rather than keep coming from behind. But it shows character. We'll get Afolayan off for Parish just to rest some legs. Make sure we man mark Blange. Another ball delivered into the box by Hands. And it's come out wide. Nilsson plays out to Mahand. He can try again. Puts it in. Drops to O'Neill. And we just can't make a clear-cut chance out of that. And it looks like they've got a break. Not too far away. Probably a bit of a warning for us not to commit too many men forwards. 8 minutes to go. We have had a couple of games that we drew from a winning position, which is a bit disappointing, but it tends to even itself out. You get some late goals yourself as the league goes on. 4 minutes to go. I think we've probably been the better side in this. Nilsson for Kozak. Kozak, obviously, he was away on loan last season, so it's nice to see him back in and around the squad. Shows that the system works for loaning players out, get them a bit of experience, and then they can slot back into your team, especially the high potential players. Swiderski with a corner, headed away, gets another chance to deliver out to the edge of the box. Oh, I've hit the post. O'Neill manages to keep it alive out to Kozak. And that's it, that's the move's kind of died now. Looking for the final whistle to go. Got to throw in on that right hand side. Just need to keep the ball. And the ball's with their keeper. Hopefully that'll be the end of the game. And that's absolutely fantastic. Another great result. Come from behind against a team bigger than us. We have actually beat Fleetwood before. I can't remember if it was a FA Cup. Must have been. So fantastic. Proud of all the players. Have a quick look at the league table before I'll click through to the next game. So 7th, we somehow managed to get in a playoff position, which is absolutely unbelievable. Just shows you how strong we were in the division below. But I'll click through to the next game, so stay tuned and I'll see you for the Papa John's Trophy. And welcome back for the Papa John's Trophy match away at Crawley Town. Starting lineup for this match is Yaros in goals. Anderson at left back, who I will put on his defensive role to see if he can improve his performances. Ferguson and Christensen in the middle. Nye comes in at right back. Got Sweet taking over for Swiderski alongside Mahand in the middle of the park. Forster and Rusev coming on the wings, with Gomez and Affeline continuing up front. Again, this is our second match in the Papa John's Trophy. The first match was against Peterborough, if I'm correct, who we managed to beat. So if we can win this one, it puts us in a good position for qualifying for the next round, which is what we will tell them in the team talk. And then we will let them get on with it. Hopefully we can take the lead in this game rather than go behind. Although I would rather go behind than win than take the lead and lose. Yeah, so there you go. Into the 6th minute then. No chances as of yet. Bit of a stalemate between the two teams, although they're starting to get a couple of corners. We'll just keep an eye. I mean, Swiderski's our best player. He was loads of interest from other clubs, paying close to $500,000 for him, which is a lot for a player at this league. And stats-wise, I think he's head and shoulders above most of our players. And he's only 21, so he's going to get better. And when he's not in the side, you don't seem to be as creative, even though he plays in a fairly defensive role. Ball slung in the back then, and Crawley have taken the lead. A long ball in from the right, and yeah, no one in defence managing to get the ball away. So if we're going to win this, we're going to have to keep up the tradition of coming from behind. As you can see, there's the league table there, which it should be Peterborough at the bottom. If I can just grab the edge of the table. Not going to let me, but I believe Peterborough is the other team that's in there. Just putting some extra instructions. Nobody playing particularly bad. We've got a grumpy Anderson. We'll just maybe try and encourage. See if we can turn his frown upside down, for want of a better phrase. There we go. Look, we've got a nice happy Anderson there now. Turns out to make people happy, all we have to do is shout at them from the sidelines. So coming up towards half time, been very, I mean, both sides really, not a lot of chances. They've just scored theirs. Other than that, it's a fairly even game. I'm not sure what we can do to really change the direction of this one. We could go a bit more attacking in the second half, but that might open us up to some counter-attacking. Let's just see. Let it settle for 10 minutes. I don't always tend to make a change straight away at the turn of the half. But certainly my hand's not having a great game. So we'll give him maybe to the 55th minute to make a difference. Otherwise, we'll get him off and we'll get someone else on. Christensen tiring as well. There you go. I'm not going to sub Parish on for Christensen. I mean, that's a ridiculous shout from the assistant there. But who on earth would sub a striker on at centre half? So we will look to make a couple changes, see what's on the bench. I'm thinking freshen up the middle of the pitch. We'll get my hand off and get Ben Summers on. Been after some game time. Everyone else seems a bit motivated. Christensen's tiring, so we'll get Kozak on. And we'll leave the final sub to maybe impact a change in the closing stages of the game. And as we say that, Affelines equalised. I think that's just before the substitutions are made. I will proceed with the changes because both them players are tired. And we really need to keep all the players fresh for what's going to be quite a long season. And like we said in previous seasons, things like the Papa John's Trophy aren't as important as the league. So getting knocked out of this isn't the end of the world, dare I say. Don't get me wrong, it's nice to be in it, but it's not the end of the world if you come out. I'm not going to sub someone just for a suspension risk. We'll just keep it going. We'll throw a bit more encouragement out there. Affeline for Parish. And that's it. Changes all made. Although that one's not happened for some bizarre reason. Yeah, it's gone now. So final 23 minutes. See if we can get one more chance out of this to maybe get an equaliser to at least get a point in the group. Playing out to Anderson. Long ball over the top to Gomez. Gets it out wide to Forster, who finds Gomez and hits it straight at the keeper. It's kind of chance he normally gobbles up, but unfortunately not on this occasion. 20 minutes to go then. I think we'll just go a bit more positive because it's a cup game. You're going to lose 2-1, you might as well lose 3-1. 15 minutes to go. No one really looking to step up. Maybe Parrish can come on, make a difference as substitute up front. Or a customary Gomez goal would be nice. One last shout of encouragement to in turn. There we go, make Anderson happy again. I'm not sure what's wrong with that left back position for me. It's like a bogey spot for me. I just can't find the right players for it. Again, let me know in the comment section if you've had any difficulties with a certain position and how you've overcome it. Looks like we've got a free kick. Just in injury time, Roos standing over it. Straight down the keeper's throat. Unfortunately, it'd been a bit of robbery really if we stole it in injury time. Looks like they're breaking down the other end now with Collins. Now he's got the ball back. Can he find a blue shirt? It's got to Roos. In the middle to Sweet. To Summers. Over the top. But that's gone to nobody. I think it's going to fizzle out into nothing. Oh, it's up to Parrish. He plays through to Gomez. He looked offside. Yeah. It's a shame. Bring back VAR. Not on this occasion, though. So into the end of injury time. Looks like we've slipped to a 2-1 defeat in the Papa John's Trophy. Doesn't mean we're out. We've still got another game to play in it. And it's not damaged us in the league in any way. So we'll just pick the players up after that. I think it was a little bit unlucky. Keep the morale high. And we will move on to other games. So there you go, Peterborough at the bottom. Who we play Arsenal under 23s next. So if we beat them, we go through. If we lose, we're probably out. A draw will be one of them lucky dip jobs. Have a quick look at the schedule to see how we're going to bring you back. So I'll probably play through a few league games. I'll probably bring you back for the conclusion of the Papa John's and then the away game at Bolton because it's quite a big match that. Once again, thanks for watching. Thanks for staying tuned. If you are interested in keeping up to date with all the fixtures, please hit subscribe so you don't miss out. Otherwise, take care and I'll see you next time.